Citizens of the Reject Nation, we are diving into Penguin Episode 4, my current favorite show on TV. Are you excited, Greg?
I'm very excited, Coy.
It's a problem with the accent.
You'd think I'd have several weeks to practice this,
But no,
I wait till I'm on camera to give it another go.
Victor's really good at interior design. We've been talking about it. Look at the new background. Thanks, Victor.
Tell me the new background.
Beautiful
Did a great
Tara.
job here, dear.
I'm embarrassed for Colin Farrell that we're doing whatever this is. We're gonna be diving in. Let us know in the comments below what you think's going on with those mushrooms from the last episode.
I
Let
like
us know.
mushrooms.
They're delicious. Is it gonna tie into poison ivy? Is it gonna tie into the Bane poison? We're gonna
Probably
find out.
not.
I'd like to thank the folks at Prepper for making this video possible.
You good Indians.
We can't show on YouTube. Took a second, I had to render, and then I was like, oh no, it's on 4K camera. Now I'm culpable for the racism.
Yeah.
Thank the patrons, without whom we couldn't do this video at all because they support Reject Nation, those super sexy rejects.
Stick up with your own copy.
If you want to watch like you're on the couch with us, you become a patron.
Yeah,
You sit right there.
sit right there.
You lean back, you go, hey.
Then back with your horse.
You press play with your mom. Either way, we're going to
Either
dive
way.
into episode 4 in 3, 2,
You gotta leave a like, too.
Please, like,
Don't forget
comment.
to subscribe for the next episode.
Thank the whores. What?
I don't know how to trust you.
How about I keep showing you how?
Oh, a recap, thank God.
Title card right away.
Oh, beautiful shot.
I said on your f***ing knee! Watch your goddamn mouth! I ain't some kind of...
Ouch. Delayed sound effect.
Yep, I noticed that. Gaff work, interesting.
I knew you were a swindler.
Oz, what the f is she talking about?
That perhaps you asked him to
Asked him to what?
kill your brother. You didn't know.
Oh, that's why I wanted to leave her, because now
Was all this in episode 3?
I don't think it was. I think we're seeing a new angle, because
I needed Sophia to get the new drug. Right, for us. It's yours. It's f***ing yours.
oh, that's why. Yeah, full villain now.
That pleading. Gotcha.
Oh, so we were on Victor during all that, I think. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, no.
Full betrayal.
Oh, I just looked at her. Right, looked
man.
right at her.
Eye contact. I love that we only saw it from the other angle, so we didn't even see what he was looking at, but we saw that look.
Yeah.
There's no coming from back at this level of betrayal. Like, they are enemies now.
Is Julian Shades from Luke Cage?
Theo Rossi, I think you're, yeah. I guess a mob therapist would also be a shorthand call. Like,
It is my pleasure to welcome the chairwoman of the Isabella Falcone Foundation.
Oh my God, is this before she got committed to
look how
Arkham?
innocent and wholesome.
Beautiful red dress.
Oh, look at buttoned up Oz in his penguin suit.
Was he her driver then?
Yep.
My
Look at that
mother,
focus. Damn.
Isabella.
It's like everything's kind of like, except for these flowers and her.
The elegance, the beauty.
She took her own life. That's why my father and I started this foundation. We wanted to support charities like this one that provide women and girls with life-saving services.
It was like a hereditary mental illness.
She looks legit younger. Like, they're doing a really good job with this. The innocence is real, comparatively.
This is the third luncheon this week. A lobotomy couldn't take the edge off.
Just talk about helping people with their mental health, and then she cracks.
Then, yeah, she gets institutionalized, leaving.
It's a shitty job, I know. You deserve better. I mean, we both do, but you... So at least you're eligible for a promotion.
I like that.
It's a good joke.
I know you're on your way out, but do you have a minute? Of course, yes.
I'm Summer Gleason.
Hi. I've been following your work with the foundation. It's impressive.
Oh my God, Summer Gleason.
From Batman 87.
Insert if we're right or wrong.
Comments will let us know.
There's actually been a number of women like Miss Jones over the last decade, and they all died the same way.
Uh-oh.
By hanging,
Oh.
which is how your mother died, if I'm not mistaken.
Her name,
it's-
the Hangman, tied to her mother? Or does she lose it and get blamed for?
Yolanda Jones worked at the Iceberg Lounge.
sounds about
In fact,
right.
Most of these women worked for businesses owned by your father.
Was she framed?
Yeah, was she never a killer at all?
I don't talk to press. Sophia, please. I don't talk to
Hey,
press.
back off, lady. I want to talk to you.
Oh, he's so good.
You could help them.
She has so much presence that she doesn't even have to do anything to feel all of that. Like, her eyes are so emoting. It's crazy.
Who'd have thought the Falcone family would be so damn interesting?
Right? Like the Tim Sale, Jeff Loeb. Whoa! Oh, she's found her mom.
That's
She got
hard.
Jojo Rabbited, dude.
A child finds their dead parent. That's really hard.
And you're already in the mob?
Sophia, how was your luncheon?
Good.
Put on that smile. Oh shit, Mark Strong, you replaced John Turturro.
Yeah. Well, the mannerisms are on point.
I asked you to look into his financial holdings.
I'm working on it. Tomorrow, I promise.
Why are you such a fool when your sister's so reliable?
You've read The Long Halloween, right?
Yeah.
This, like, it's not the story, but it reminds me so much of it because the Falcones, the Maronis, and those things, like, they do such a good job capturing the atmosphere.
I can't have your brother embarrassing me next weekend, not with the family flying in.
I'll make sure that he behaves.
Thank you, beautiful. You know he's not like you and me.
Get drunk, daughter.
Drink night, you can't next week.
I've been thinking recently about the future. Maybe it's time to break with tradition. When the time comes,
She becomes head.
I want you to take my place.
That's why they take him out. Or, well, not why, but, like, take her out.
That's why they frame her.
I would be honored.
It's like House of the Dragon.
Those Italian dragons.
What? What is it? Tell me.
Oh, it's nothing.
Mark Strong feels more traditionally Carmine, the way I imagine
I
it
agreed.
from the comics, yeah.
I thought Charlie
way
did a
he
great
reads.
job, but
Yeah.
this feels like the comic.
Maybe it's because of the foundation, but I've just been thinking a lot about Mom.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation.
After the last conversation, going right into Mom.
I don't remember her being sick or depressed.
She was good at hiding it.
But why would they kill her?
Your mother was a proud woman, stubborn. She refused my help as much as I tried. And
I just...
Sophia,
That puzzle mark, that question mark you would always have.
why would you do this now? Picking away at old wounds. You know how it upsets me.
I'm sorry.
That's mean.
I didn't mean to.
It's a little manipulative.
Oh, very.
You still haven't told me what you want for your birthday.
I'm sure I'll love it, whatever you give me.
Look how he views himself. That painting right there.
Yeah. Oh, good scene work.
Pop's gonna lose his shit over it.
Yeah? How do you know?
Because it's old and expensive, like his favorite child. Hey, Penguin up there is gonna have to clean this up.
Don't call him that.
You'll take care of the card?
Don't call him that. Wow.
He doesn't like
She
it.
was so in defense of him.
Yeah.
The girls at the 44 Below, has Dad ever had relationships with them?
Oh, Catwoman.
Since when do you care about Pop's love life?
My half-sister, Selena Kyle.
I just thought you might have seen something.
I feel like Selena Kyle would factor into this.
Sometimes I wonder if I really, really know him.
I feel like he would know, but she wouldn't.
But why would he want her to be the head?
Pop's Mossad and the girls at the club are trained female assassins.
Shut up!
What Pop does at work, he does at work. I mean, we got a good life, right?
So just ignore it.
Everyone's saying, like, quiet your little heart about it. Like, except him.
So he doesn't want her to actually run the family. He just wants to be someone in a face for it.
I think to a point, yeah.
But he keeps so much from her.
Died from asphyxia. What I find strange is, according to the police, official cause of death is suicide by hanging.
See, she cares.
Before Arkham broke her.
Do you see the impressions around the neck? They're far more congruent with manual strangulation. Then there's the defensive wounds. You can see these women, they fought back, biting, scratching.
Her dad was choking Selena, and the scratch.
Yeah.
I need access to the girls working at the club.
It's not exclusive.
He killed all these women.
And then did she get blamed?
44 Below, where Yolanda Jones actually worked. If you wore a wire...
To my father's club, never gonna happen.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
La-ra-da-da-da. Why are you showing me these?
Women who are new in town, who don't have family or friends close by, the type whose death or disappearance doesn't make the news. We need to protect these women.
Thumb drive.
Oof.
Like the mom.
Yeah, I think he killed, including...
Don't look.
Yeah, he's got defensive wounds on his hand.
I want to see her eyes.
And we got a close-up.
What is it?
This is all you have?
She wanted to see her father's eyes.
Some old reports and conspiracy theories?
Reeks of a junior reporter desperate for a byline.
I definitely don't believe anything you're saying.
I'm fine. Oh, poor Sophia.
You try publishing any of this garbage, my family will destroy you.
All of her mob training coming out.
She's terrified.
But that's like what she'd be coached to say.
Uh-oh, should not have met with her. No. She trusted Penguin too much.
Oh, and that's how the betrayal happens. And he's heard everything, both sides. He heard her brother.
Look, Sophia, meeting the reporter. People are gonna start to get ideas.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think. No one does. You are my driver. That is all you are. So stop talking and drive.
Yeah, I'm gonna betray you now.
I'm gonna play a long game, 10 years or so. I'll remember this. You've been nice, but sometimes not so nice.
Sometimes, no, it reminds me of my mom.
I got
Getting
power
mad at me.
things too, I got ambitions.
The penguin voice allows more commentary in this reaction.
Half the internet's gonna love it, half's gonna hate it.
Like, shut up, watch the show.
I'm sorry for Colin Farrell.
Lucas says he met her in Portugal.
Portugal.com.
Sophia.
Paz, what are you doing inside?
Wow. Like a dog. Wow. And he's all cleaned up.
Your father wants to see you. He's in his office.
That is so mean.
That is so many layers of dehumanizing. I was just thinking, like, the innocence of her pre-Arkham is crazy, and then she treats him like a dog.
What are you doing inside?
And he's all cleaned up. That is, ugh. Like, he's attending the party to him, but to her.
I know my wife talks to me that way, but I'm her husband,
The ring
That's
implies
different.
ownership.
Yeah.
It's just the way that goes.
Damn, this is disrespectful, though.
Unacceptable.
Uncle Luca hasn't even told his vasectomy story yet.
Why didn't you tell me you met with a reporter?
Oh.
Did Oz tell you that? Some woman approached me, but I told her to f off.
Is that right?
They kill the reporter.
Is he gonna have pictures?
They got the reporter.
Summer Gleason has been working with the police.
Yeah. Okay.
They're looking into me for murder.
There you go.
Why didn't you come to me?
I should have. You're right. But I knew that it was bullshit, and I didn't want to worry you.
Stop.
Yo, Mark Strong like slips into this role so
Yeah.
seamlessly. Like it's been no.
Like, even like some of the shots,
You
it
haven't had
looks-
to work past the processing at all.
I think it's because he feels so much like the comic. Like, it just is natural.
I love you, and I know that there's an explanation.
An explanation for what?
Did he frame his own daughter?
You had scratches on your hands the day Mom died.
That's why she would still keep her mouth shut, because she wouldn't want people to know about what her father did.
She's wanted to believe in him the whole time. Like, she's imagining scenarios.
How horrifying.
Her whole life just sitting on that knowledge.
They were from something else. I don't know.
Oh no.
Sweet Sophia.
Oh my God, this is like the Catwoman scene.
Yeah.
What's happened to you? You're clearly not yourself.
Oh.
Oh, this is cruel.
Arkham level gaslighting.
I think you need to leave before you make a scene.
Dad, please.
Oz will drive you home. Now.
Not even an excuse.
Holy crap.
You're right. Mark Strong just.
I kind of like him more.
It's more like the natural comic choice. And Mark Strong's 17th DC comic role.
But I was just
did
doing my
tell.
job, looking out for you.
Yeah, and now
Can't
he's.
trust him, Sophia.
Shut up.
Oof.
If you were really looking out for me, you would have talked to me.
What a great way to set up an episode, to show the other side of a conversation and then go back.
Yeah.
Is this?
Holy
They
shit.
take her away right now.
And what? The punishment they did to Arkham, they made her believe it?
Miss Falcone, step outside.
Wasn't he in the Batman?
I think he was.
You're under arrest for 7 women. This is mind-blowing.
It's so painful
Shit.
to know that the hangman thing is not even her.
Get off me.
You're under arrest for the
Yeah,
murder
he
of
is.
Summer Gleason.
The reporter?
Oh my God, the reporter?
I got no idea what the f- is going on. Can't you? What the?
Being charged with the murder of Yolanda Jones, Taylor Montgomery, and that.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, no, Bruno!
Hands off.
What's going on?
Oh, then he starts letting that cop dine at the Iceberg Lounge.
The hangman? That's what they're calling me.
It's just tabloid bullshit. It'll pass.
Sophia.
It doesn't pass.
He's the worst.
It's insane.
Court has ordered a psychological evaluation.
Because my dad said so?
It's not just your father. A number of family members have written affidavits suggesting the same.
Wow. The family.
You're using my mother's suicide as a...
Catalyst.
I have a compulsion for killing animals? Are you serious?
Oh my goodness.
And he visited every week and like knew she was innocent. This show is incredible. We're halfway through a season. They give us all this to make it deeper.
You're being remanded to Arkham State Hospital for observation.
No.
Oh my God, and the treatment at Arkham breaks her.
And she never had a chance to plead or anything. She just.
You'll be under their care till the start of trial.
When is that?
6 months from now.
I am not doing that.
She deserves a goddamn Emmy. She really
She's
does.
so good.
I'll be so upset if she doesn't get an Emmy, Dan.
This pain and fear, like.
And to backtrack to in your performance, to go back to the history and play a different version, you know?
He strangled
Obvious, you dumbass. Yeah.
She's so good.
He did the same thing to Mom.
And it's his dad too, so he's like, how do you navigate that?
I'm not gonna make it in a place like that. I'm gonna die in there.
Oh my God, she grew. She became stronger in there.
Oh yeah, it's basically like putting her up to slaughter.
You're gonna get a trial, and you're gonna get out. You are, goddammit, promise
It's
me.
time.
Wow.
Wait, right now?
All because she had one conversation and
It's a
she
leak.
didn't rat. She didn't rat out. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Don't let him win.
Alberto!
And we like love their relationship more for it too. The brother sister like.
Oh my God, the Arkham treatment.
Oh, the poor woman.
Where's Lady Gaga?
The dehumanization of like institutionalizing someone against their will and like all of this. Oh.
No.
I'm Dr. Ventris, chief psychiatrist. I'll be overseeing your care.
Well, there's Thea Rossi.
While you're here, you'll be under court-ordered mandatory isolation, which means no visitors, no outside contact.
Wait, what?
Oh my God, this is so cruel.
He buttoned it all up so she has
This
no
is
way
like
out.
a true crime documentary story.
2 hours ago she was free and then
Please.
I realize this is a difficult adjustment.
what a scary and wonderful way to paint Arkham. Like they just establish Arkham so fully.
I know, it's great. Arkham feels like actually really terrifying.
With what, a 5-minute montage and crazy music?
Follow me.
Easter egg.
Someone. I
Someone
didn't see
important.
a name.
Jonathan Crane.
Has to be.
Just like the aggressive handling of her as if
And the
she's
sound
some
design,
creature,
like-
yeah. Oh yeah, this like shrill claustrophobia of abuse.
And
Theo
Mick
Rossi's
Giacchino's
always so
score.
he's always so soft spoken, that Theo Rossi.
And it adds so much like
He's always such a nice guy.
it's so much more intimidating though.
I'm a gangster. I'm a psychiatrist.
I'm a nice guy, but I'll hurt you.
Yeah.
Thea Rossi. Oh.
Hello? Up here.
What's about to happen?
Is this a comic book character? Is this Harley Quinn?
Is it just straight up Harley Quinn?
Or Ivy?
You're the hangman, aren't you? I saw you on the TV.
Is that Harley Quinn?
No way!
My name is Magpie.
Oh shit!
Pie.
My stepmom used to call me Margaret, and I told her not to, and she didn't listen.
We got a character.
I'm getting out in 6 months.
Isn't that exciting? Hang out?
Oh man, then she assumes the identity. Damn, who directed this episode? This was directed so great.
Impactful. They were so smart to say, like, this isn't Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Magpie.
Magpie. Yeah.
And she's the kid of a mafia don. Like, how do you survive that?
Candy.
What is that?
Is that the mushroom drug?
Oh, in capsule form. Whoa. Whoa.
Shouldn't she be chained?
No, she's not. She's not chained.
Oh my god, she's just a normal person here.
You killed those girls. I didn't kill them. You're lying.
They're just letting this happen. Oh. Whoa, crazy camera. Feel the cameraman.
Wow.
Oh my god, yeah, she's just been hatching a giant vengeance plan this whole time, huh?
Yeah, and with good reason.
I am like so Team Sophie.
Yeah, 100%.
I heard you had an incident in the mess hall today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Why was she unchained?
I don't know. They're looking into it.
Did someone release her?
Is that what you believe? The attack in there was coordinated?
No, I don't want to sound crazy.
The death of a parent is a traumatic event, and it's not unusual to transfer that grief into anger or even violence.
It's not unusual to just be sad either. I didn't kill those women. I am here because my father wants to keep me quiet.
This show is fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah, it really is. This is a Batman show done right.
Crazy.
I don't know how to convince you I'm sane when you've already made up your mind about me.
Yeah, how do you disprove? I love that Batman's all about psychology, and almost all the villains have interesting scenarios like this, and this is just letting it breathe.
Well, I just love how the show, like, I was convinced she did the murders.
Right. Because it gave us
like,
3
and the way-
episodes
and
of, like, she seems like she murdered.
Yeah, and the way she comes across, because you're seeing her post, and it's like it actually puts you in the perspective of people who you're mad at for treating her this way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, I've been part of the problem this whole time.
I've been judging you
Yeah.
like we looked at other people judging you.
Yeah.
And also why she's hardened is validated. Like, all of the arcs and choices make more and more sense every episode. Are they letting them fight like gladiators?
Come on, try it. Try it.
Why? Why are they letting this happen?
Entertainment, I'm assuming.
The doctor's like literally there.
Yeah, and the guards, they armed her.
You want me to hurt her? To what? Prove I'm a killer? Is that it?
You killed them, say it!
Wow.
You're working for him.
Sophia, I know you're not a killer, but why'd you get so
Get
close?
out of there.
End it. End it.
She wants to die.
End it. End it.
Are they gonna blame her? Are they gonna say she stabbed her in the throat?
I do shit to her brain.
Oh no.
Shock therapy.
This isn't a punishment. You're agitated, confused, so I hope you feel like yourself.
This guy's basically Hugo Stranger.
Yeah. Man, the music's great.
Hey, Mel, are you okay?
The more she calls her hangman, the more she becomes the persona.
And that's the voice in her head, effectively, while she's trapped in solitude. That would be so maddening to just hear someone calling you that.
I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
Their relationship now after is even more interesting.
I must be getting paid to, like,
Oh,
literally
100%.
transform her.
Yeah, to make her mad.
Oh, they just want her to eventually say it.
Yeah.
What if she's telling the truth?
Oh my god.
Doctor.
Okay, so one of them's corrupt. Damn, those fingernails. She's been clawing at the walls.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Her brain's starting to crack.
Yeah, she's losing it. And she's looking more like a Tim Sale drawing. She's looking more like, oh, God. You're living that as an adult.
I was wondering, like, the wallpaper. I was like, okay, so it's not real wallpaper.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I didn't put that together. Oh.
Sophia, you've got a visitor.
The brother.
You're not going to court. No one's going to hear your case. Your doctor, he's claiming you're unfit to stand trial.
She's got to plead insanity.
He wouldn't do that.
It was the head of Arkham, some guy named Ventress.
Ventress?
I have rights. This is my life.
We'll file an appeal or try for a new evaluation. I don't know. Tell me what to do and I'll do it.
She was just clinging to that for survival.
Oh, and the brother seems like an all right guy.
Yeah, we saw killed F1.
Yeah.
You gotta keep fighting. I'm not giving up.
Oh, man. They're retroactively turning us on Penguin in a very interesting way.
Can you imagine knowing this about Carmine if we watched the Batman knowing this? Like,
I can't wait to rewatch the Batman now.
It just makes you hate him. It's like, I like
that
it.
much
I
more.
hate him.
I didn't know Ventress was going to write the report. I tried to stop him.
All hope is lost. At least she's got one friend.
At least we can stay friends now. Oh, he'll give you candy now.
Oh.
You don't have to lie to Dr. V anymore.
Are you working for him?
No?
Oh.
Which makes me an Aquarian.
Oh, God.
Oh. Well, now she's a hangman.
I told you I'm innocent.
Oh, God. Wow. Holy shit.
Thank God you're okay.
Oh, this is today.
The present.
You're an inappropriate therapist.
What a way to bring us back. The directing this episode is insane. Like, I got chills from just like the reality leap time.
This poor woman. This woman's like skyrocketing to being one of my favorite actors.
Like, I've been so impressed
Like,
already, but this episode being her, like,
it's wild, man. She's incredible.
How you feeling?
Fantastic.
Like an idiot.
and she trusted somebody else again.
I should have killed him when I had the chance. Now I don't even know where the hell Oz is. I have no allies, no resources. And if I'm not on a plane to Sicily by tomorrow, my Uncle Luca...
The ticking clock of that.
From one conversation because she actually cared.
You deserve a fresh start, an opportunity to heal.
You abandoned me.
I left because I had to, because I could. I know you didn't have that choice, but I'm here now.
I buy that.
You miss how it was at Arkham, don't you?
You've had a long night.
I'll try to manipulate.
What did it feel like to get to watch a person unravel? And now you're numbing yourself as punishment.
That's absurd.
Yeah, you're very convincing.
Absurd. Couldn't be that. She's so smart.
They think I'm broken.
I know. I literally just said.
This is I can fix her energy.
I literally just said, poor woman.
Yeah.
God.
I'm not the one who's sick, and neither are you.
Just accept who you are.
The world is. You're right. I deserve a fresh start.
What a performance. This woman.
Oh, man. Take back what's yours.
From next in line to the throne to Arkham.
Take back what's yours.
That whole family that is uncomfortable around her. That wants to end. Oh, man. Head of the table.
What the hell are you doing?
Supporting Uncle Luca, same as you. You passed the meatballs.
But our family has weathered storms before, and it has only made us stronger. But here, we are each other's sanctuary.
In the middle of the speech.
Each other's sanctuary.
The true strength.
She's literally.
With her overflowing glass.
It's time for bed.
But Daddy said there'd be cake.
Take a seat, Carla.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, I hate all of you.
Gia, go get ready for bed, okay?
Good. So she can
Get the kid out
so
of there.
everyone could die.
I was stuffed in Arkham State Hospital for a decade.
Look at her scars.
Convicted of murdering 7 women.
She's gonna tell the truth.
Victims are so quickly forgotten.
Sure is that.
Our stories are rarely told.
Okay, all right. I think that's...
Why don't you shut up?
Yes? I was genuinely surprised at how many of you wrote letters telling the judge that I was mentally ill. I loved you, and yet not one of you tried to help me.
Assholes.
Except for my brother, the man you all flew in to mourn.
No wonder.
Unlike everyone here, I was innocent. Jesus Christ, Milos has a higher body count than I do.
Sophia!
I know, you're all anxious for me to leave. I don't fit into this family anymore. So tomorrow I am starting a new life. For the first time, I have hope.
What's the new life gonna be? You know, it's one thing to like watch a movie or a show where you're looking forward to a character. It's another thing when you're like, oh yeah, there's a character named Sophia Falcone in here, and then
Yeah,
it's like, wow,
she's interesting in the comics sometimes, but like, and then just sweeping the show.
Oh yeah, she's a scene stealer, man. She really like she's amazing. This whole time she has been.
Stealing scenes from one of the best performances ever, and then this being your solo episode.
She letting someone sneak in.
Are you ready for some cake?
Oh, she's stealing the child?
I think she's letting like a hitman come in.
Oh, so the kid's safe. Everyone else bites it.
When we were little, we would snuggle up in blankets, and we would pretend that this was a jungle.
This is so weird. I'm like, get Penguin. Wait a minute, no.
Who's the show about? What's happening?
I want you to kill Penguin now.
Because she's fully the antagonist to Penguin, but that is...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna make sure that you never have to fight any monsters, okay? Now get some sleep.
I like how she's becoming like our gateway into how they could bring in these like Arkham Asylum characters.
Yeah, with one character we can see kind of the... And then Batman's even more of a... Because he just punches the mentally ill, like people that are trapped in this system by the power of billionaires.
Go back to sleep. I'll be right back.
Got to make sure they're dead.
Yeah, I'm so curious.
I mean, why else would she do this, right?
Then that window being open, like, and taking the kid out.
Gotta have lit. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah. Cool.
Farewell.
Hell yeah, good for you.
Oh, she did it herself.
Oh. Oh, so her
Just
room
carbon monoxide
didn't-
poisoning
yeah.
the whole... Everybody just died in their sleep. What a great way to do the episode so we hate them enough that this is like, well, yeah.
Really hope they don't kill her off.
She's so good.
Is now an endless
There had to have been more than just carbon monoxide, right?
I know it's dangerous, deadly.
Do you think some of them would get a hint? Smells a little funky.
I think it's silent. It's scentless.
Is it? Oh, that's right. That's why you
That's
get
why they've
carbon
been
monoxide
detectors.
detectors.
Yeah. I think this could happen.
She spared the kid, though.
Yep. Uncle Luke is gone.
I really hope that little kid doesn't walk in
Oh, yeah,
there.
I think his window's open.
Oh,
she's
but she
gonna
needed
shoot
him.
him.
She needed him alive, though, right?
Oh, I guess for leverage
For the triads.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess not.
I mean, if you've already vouched, maybe that's why.
Put your pants on, Johnny.
Okay.
Maybe.
We need to talk.
Brilliant.
Helen Shaver.
Brilliant.
John McCutcheon. Wow.
Brilliant.
What a show. We just finished episode 4 of The Penguin, an episode focused on Sophia getting her backstory, and I think it contextualized a favorite character already in a personal favorite show of the year in a way that I was not expecting. We talked throughout the episode about how we assumed she had done something, but I never even, my brain wasn't even putting together hangman strangulation, obviously her dad strangled people we saw in the Batman. Like,
Yeah.
I just didn't, they gave us all the clues, like a good mystery where it's like, here are the breadcrumbs. You won't see it. And then like the reveal, the horrors. I love that episode.
Yeah.
Kristen
that's-
Milioti, man.
Every episode's gotten progressively better, and I think that this episode is its strongest so far. And I'm surprised to say that because of the fact that Colin Farrell's barely in this episode.
Yeah.
And it's really, what is her goddamn Christine Milioti?
Milioti.
Milioti?
Milioti, I think.
Milioti. Christine Milioti. Christine Milioti is such a phenomenal actress.
Might
and
be Kristen too, by the way.
Kristen? I don't know. Sophia
You gotta
Falco.
learn her name,
The
Sophia
woman who plays Sophia
Falco.
Falco. To watch how she was pre-Arkham and to get all this information of someone who actually had a good heart, who cared, was different from her family in the sense of like she was one of those almost like Diane Keaton-esque in The Godfather. Of like, I'm kind of aware of some shit that's going on, but I
was
can't
born
know
into
too much.
this, but
Yeah.
I haven't, like, she's not that way by choice. She's in a family.
But like loved by her father, and then to watch literally her entire transformation. I got to imagine they gave her the script to this prior to everything that we saw, and I love how this just sort of challenges your audience, because I was convinced the whole time that she killed these people, that she snapped or something like that, because I was like, I don't know why, but I want to know why, and I kind of I have that judgment assessment of her. I'm like, Penguin must have ratted her out because she's dangerous, like those kinds of things that were happening, and then to go back and go, wow, it's a completely different perspective now on those last 3 episodes, because of the truth that we now have. And watching her descent into what this is, and to suddenly take the character who you're like, ooh, she's the threat to Penguin, perhaps. She might be the villain of the episode. She's a scary one. To completely flip it, to challenge your audience to go, shit, I hope she comes out on top. I hope she wins. I think she should beat Penguin. like to go that far is great. Like, she actually, I don't know where it's going to go. I love that they really managed to do it in a way that doesn't feel like manipulative. It's like, oh, this was there. The DNA of the story that was there the whole time. And you see that Penguin's been kind of like the douchebag, that asshole this whole time.
And it already is in a show where Penguin is. We talked already about how it's going to be interesting to watch the Batman 2 and be against Penguin with how much we like him. And now you add another element where we dislike him because of how much we love Sophia Falcone, who I never expected to identify with.
Yeah.
And that adds texture to Arkham. It adds texture to Falcone in the Batman. It adds texture to the entirety of the Gotham underbelly. But it really makes you so torn with your relationship to Penguin, because he has already been a bad guy that was so captivating they gave him a spinoff. And then in a spinoff, you're like, well, that's my guy. And then the Victor relationship, and we know he's going to betray Victor, we feel like. And now we've got Sophia. And real life is so layered. Real life, there are no protagonists and antagonists in a black and white way. There are shades of gray of like why people they are the way they are. this gives us so much context because we just left off right before the drugs. Like, we're about to see Penguin shift into more power, and like we literally didn't go over anything from episode 3 except for that intro from an angle we didn't see. I love that you were like, did we see this yet? And it was literally they had Colin Farrell look out the window that we saw the other shot of and then dove in.
I just can't get over how like I'm flashing back to other moments of like when the first time she meets Victor, and every single time you're with Sophia, you're like, okay, she got out of Arkham. She's saying they rehabilitated her, but did they really? I can't imagine.
There's a
she's actually healed.
there.
No, she's probably still a psychopath underneath. And to go, that's not the performance at all. It's a completely different thing.
And
like,
the innocence,
like, it's so mind blowing to
her
me.
performance, those two frames when I was like, wow, she looks so much younger. She had a weightlessness to her.
No,
where
it's very natural. Yeah.
in a moment you're like, oh, she's just young, but then you realize what you're seeing is the innocence of someone not yet broken. And that's so hard to convey without a word spoken. And then she spoke, and I was like, this is a different person.
And I like the layers of the relationship with Penguin a lot too, because at first, it's like, oh, she's actually nicer to him.
Yeah.
But you also still see those shades of when she is kind of a dick to him.
Because, at the end of the day, she would still be raised in that family. At the end of the day, she is still, why are you inside? That line was cold.
That was a cold line.
And then you would understand, like, where she comes from. That is how you'd treat the help, because you wouldn't be raised any differently. But I love that Penguin, raised in his environment, treats Victor well, but he still has to like punish him when things go wrong, because that's how you survive. Like there are so many. I mean, we loved Penguin's relationship with Victor 2 episodes ago, and we were talking about how paternal and strong it was. That's how you treat people differently in the subservient position. But what are they going to do with the next episode? Are they going to have to endear us to Penguin again? Are we going to find out? Like, it does such a good job making us hate everyone.
Like, I don't want her to die. I'm like, please, I want this character to carry on. I want her to exist within the Batman universe. I want her to come out on top. I'm like, I'm here like, freak, get your revenge, man.
And I would love to see her just in a warehouse doing a deal in a Batman movie. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see her like at the end of a mafia table doing a deal, and Batman comes in, and like, I can see this world so well.
I just love like the whole time you're watching this show, and you're like, she was never crazy.
No,
she was framed like this.
Yeah,
and then
by someone we've already met.
You still get why she was acting the way she's acting, because she can't trust anyone.
Yeah,
and she has to present herself a certain way. And she did change. She did kill someone in Arkham. She had like that ironic, just so sad moment when she kills Magpie, and she's killed. I told you I was innocent.
Oh my god!
Whoa, great!
And then they pull her out of
the
past into the present. Our screen is that into the present. And I love that as soon as they killed Magpie, I'm like, and that's why it's not Harley Quinn. Like it's immediate why they're using these characters. And we talked about it in the episode, but Mark Strong fits so seamlessly.
I like him more.
He's exactly the character. I liked Turturro as a swing, but he's not Falcone. He's like an interesting choice.
Yeah.
But it felt like a choice. Whereas Mark Strong's like, oh yeah, Mark Strong.
It's interesting. They have two completely different takes.
Similar mannerisms though.
Well, Turturro's much more soft-spoken.
But like the physicality, mannerisms, I mean like his movement, he clearly mirrored the visual choices.
Whereas I think Mark Strong speaks a little bit more with I don't know.
He's got a conviction. He's got a
more authoritative. I don't know, authoritative.
There's a little more oomph in his speech pattern.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas like Turturro's like he's very calm
before the scratches.
Yeah.
And I love that we see that defensive wound that ties into Catwoman. This also enhances Catwoman's story. Just that one line of like, what's he doing with these women? And everyone's like, Selina Kyle, or at least I was.
Well, it's ironic how the Turturro's I actually think works better for the Batman movie, where Strong actually works better for what they did here.
Because in the Batman movie, you need him not to be physically intimidating to Pattinson, whereas Mark Strong is terrifying.
Yeah.
Like Mark Strong, just by nature, there's an intimidation.
Yeah, that his performance I thought was excellent. Like, so a lot of times when you do that transitional role where you get a different actor, you have to like kind of like adjust. And I was like, there's like zero adjustment happening here. Like, this is perfect.
It also shows how archetypal Falcone is, because it was almost like a different penciler. Like this reminds me of Tim Sale's version, like the Long Halloween. I immediately, them sitting at dinner, I was like, oh, Long Halloween. But the Turturro version reminds me of some of the detective comic stuff. It reminds me of some of the more like noir-y, literally detective books in Detective Comics, where it's like a penciler making a character fit their story.
Yeah, I think there's such excellence in how they've crafted the Falcone family, because anytime you like kind of read about the Falcone family, It's like
they can be generic if not written well.
Of course. And they're also usually in comics where there's like way more interesting villains surrounding them. So they're
like, oh, the Falcons.
Yeah, the Falcons are like, they're mob guys, but then you got like freaking Riddler existing
Yeah,
here.
you're like,
So,
I'm gonna go over there.
This is way more interesting. Even in the Batman, I would say that. Like, you're like, yeah, he's good. Falcon's like, hey, Totoro's good, but you got
You guys
Riddler.
are penguins right there.
Yeah,
You guys know
exactly.
Colin Farrell's
you
on
got way
screen.
more interesting villains around, and I think what this show has done is really elevate that side of the mobster angle with it. Like even in the Dark Knight, I mean, the Batman Begins and Dark Knight, the families are there, but they're not really like scary or intimidating. This actually really drives home the importance of them in Gotham.
This is that rare show that I think is going to enhance the comics.
I feel like it will, especially for Sophia Falcone.
Well, like the Ouroboros of like some comics, like I consider Captain America better post Chris Evans. I consider Downey Jr. enhancing Iron Man.
Yeah.
Even in the writing, like some people took more strides to make it like the show. I mean, like the movie. Right now, so The Long Halloween's a comic that a lot of Batman lore movies have been based off of. You probably know The Long Halloween because of the number of adaptations. A lot of the Batman is based off The Long Halloween. A lot of the trio of the Harvey Dent, Commissioner Gordon, and Batman on the Roof is very Long Halloween. All of that you've
Almost
seen
straight
in
pulled out of
The
it,
Dark
yeah.
Knight. Like
Yeah.
so, both of the most iconic modern Dark Knight stories are Long Halloween. Right now in the comic books, they're doing a sequel. Tim Sale had started pages on it, and he passed away 2 years ago. So the artist Tim Sale passed away, and Jeff Loeb, the writer, didn't know if he wanted to tell the story or not. And then a bunch of artists were like, "Why don't we do it in honor of him?" And no one's going to draw on Tim Sale's style, but they're going to make the characterizations look the same. So it's the long ears and all that stuff. So right now, there's actually a comic book in this exact setting with different artists, like literally as we speak. And while watching this, I was like, huh, it's like The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, which is ongoing as we speak, where a different artist is drawing the Falcons. And that's what Mark Strong felt like. It felt like literally, oh, a new issue of this new thing. And I really think that is how you build out universes and make the movies big events. And then this show. This is why I don't need a supernatural Batman until the Justice League stuff with Gunn. This is why I want more Matt Reeves. Like, I could live in this universe like I did Daredevil. I want this to be like 10 years.
No, this is the real building of a Batverse. The way a Batman universe deserves to be built, where you literally get to see it from their POV in a way that's not like, Joker origin story or Sony Spider-Man
We'll
story.
talk about that this weekend, Greg.
Like they're just actual characters, and it even recontextualizes a lot of the Penguin scenes where there were hints that you could get. Like, it seems like he feels a little guilty about some stuff, and they're like, "Oh no, shit, he feels guilty." Because I really do get the impression that he wasn't trying to like snitch. I mean, he snitched,
but the cop element, like as soon as it elevated,
but once it got there, he was like fighting to try to get her out of cuffs.
Because he would never expect their dad,
to go to like that.
So
those
he
lengths.
just did a thing to be. He wanted respect, and he thought ratting her out would get him respect. But then it escalated into that, which he was surprised by. And I also love what adds to his guilt over 10 years and why he might have genuinely wanted a friendship with Sophia.
Yeah.
Like that might have been a genuine goal of partnership. And then as soon as he knew it was too late.
Yeah, as much as he's doing like ratting out and having everything tear from the inside, it does seem like he like that speech that he gives to Sophia was genuine. Like it comes from a truthful place.
And then the next beat, he's like, "Gotta go."
But he's a selfish.
He's got to
asshole.
save himself at all times.
And I also love the illustration of how they're done with Arkham. We've seen a lot of stuff with Arkham over the mediums, but there was something about taking someone who's innocent.
I like this better than the Joker. As far as Arkham,
it
paints Arkham.
As taking someone who's innocent and putting them through this level of treatment is horrifying to be in that POV. Like I love some true crime documentaries, and then it's like, no, insane shit happens where people are literally like convicted and have to be in prison for like years sometimes,
or put to death without being illegal. Like that happens. Like we find out, like, oh, we were wrong.
Yeah. It's like horrible things happen. So there was something that felt like real but manic at the same time.
It also recontextualizes Batman. Like there was a point where I was like, Batman punching mentally ill. Like if we heard the story of, the mad woman hangman who killed 7 women, and then you see in a very traditional narrative, like Batman jumps in, knocks her out, punches her in the face, but then you see how she got there. And like that changes that relationship, like vigilantism versus like a due process. But due process is what got her there. Due process. So it's like, that's what I mean by shades of gray. There's no way of just being right wrong.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about Theo Rossi's performance?
There were a couple moments I was like, hey.
It's the most questionable performance.
Oddly, and I really like him. normally.
I'm like,
there were a couple moments I was like, is he playing in too heavy that he loves her? Is he? Because there was moments I was like,
I don't get the performance yet. I just don't get it yet. Yeah.
It definitely felt like he's like a lovesick puppy, but it's so undetermined. It feels like he's kind of coasting, and that's not Theo Rossi. He's usually so committed.
Well, I mean, Theo Rossi is usually this. Everything I've seen him in, he's got that calm way of speaking, but can you trust what he's saying? That's always that's always the Theo Rossi.
But like here, the love element makes me so like I've interviewed Theo Rossi enough times that I'm always.
Does he talk like that in real life?
Yeah, and it's terrifying. In real life, Theo Rossi is so intimidating, and like he's a sweetheart, but you're like, did I say something wrong?
Yeah, okay.
Because like usually when people come back to you like, what? You're like, oh,
Yeah, it's a
like,
weird. It's
disconcerting.
Yeah.
Here, I'm like, why is there not a secondary? Like, what's the hook? And I'm hoping it comes because I think he's so good. I'm hoping we get what we get with her, where it's like, and that's why he's this.
Yeah.
Because so far, I'm like, I like the casting of him and stuff, but I haven't seen the punchline yet.
I so hope that she gets it. Like, my God, she is phenomenal.
Dude, she needs the Emmy, man.
She's been phenomenal for like not just from this episode. Like, she's been phenomenal the whole season, but she just gets better.
You seen Palm Springs?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's so good in that.
Yeah.
You love her
I
so
forgot
quickly.
that was her in it.
Because she's the innocent pre-Arkham her.
Yeah.
She's just a delight.
I think this is the first drama I've seen of her.
You know how good she is? You know how good this episode was because of how good she is? We stopped doing Penguin voice. This show's so good.
It earned our respect.
It got us to focus. Victor! Like, we literally were joking the first 20 minutes, and I was like, I can't keep joking. Like, I am enraptured.
I was, once we started piecing together that, oh my God, she was framed, it just started blowing my mind of like, it's like a Saw movie twist at the end where you're like, oh my God, the way I viewed the first 3 episodes.
Everything. I want to rewatch
the
all
way
3,
I viewed
dude.
her is entirely wrong.
We got Shyamalan. Like, that was so good.
I love that you can do that with your audience.
In an hour.
That's genius.
And the fact that within an hour, like, this is probably the biggest difference of our emotional, like, jest versus, like, heaviness, I think in an hour.
Yeah.
Like, this is usually like a 3-hour movie where we're, like, wiped out at the end. But we started this giddy because we're so excited to watch this show, and we were making silly voices. By the end, we're like, rocked.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Good TV.
This is brilliant. Like, this is when something feels like they really crafted a whole season.
Best show of the year.
Yeah, this is really great.
It makes other things, and I don't like comparison, but I'm aware of my enjoyment being on tiers. This makes other things harder to watch because I'm like, but can I just watch more Penguin?
Yeah, this is amazing.
It's so good.
This is amazing.
Let us know in the comments below. Did you get hoodwinked? I knew there was some duplicitousness, but I didn't know the level, the dichotomy, the duality of what was happening with this poor woman. What an experience. I love this show. Please leave a comment below. Let's have a conversation about the Penguin episode 4. I cannot wait for episode 5. Please leave a like in this video and please share it with other Penguin folk. We actually have gotten some of the viewership ratings and stuff. Like, each episode is actually growing. So if you've got a friend that isn't watching yet, please share this video, ours, and talk about Penguin. Let's tell HBO and Warner Brothers we want more like this. Spread the word. Much love. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.